Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Reader Teacher. My name's Scott. It's April the 1st, so in this video of episode 4, series 3 of Coming Soon, I'll be previewing my most anticipated children's books releases coming out this month for April 2023. I'll be going through them in release date order and alphabetically by title, and if you just want to hear about a specific book, then make sure to use the timestamps in the description below. Don't forget to leave me a like, hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I release a new video, and all the links to the books that I mention in this video will also be in the description box below. So let's take a look at the books. First up, in Angie Thomas's middle grade debut, Nick Blake and the Remarkables, The Manifestor Prophecy, out on the 4th of April, Nick is a remarkable, feared and mistrusted by the unremarkables for her extraordinary powers. But when her father is captured for a crime she knows he didn't commit, Nick's world is turned upside down. With no one else to turn to, she and her two friends set out on a dangerous quest to find a mysterious magical tool that could help free her father from his wrongful imprisonment. Along the way they face challenges that test their courage and determination, meeting a variety of creatures and characters, some friendly and others not so much. But Nick refuses to give up on her quest, driven by her love for her father and her unwavering belief in his innocence. Will Nick and her friends find the tool in time to save her father, or will they be too late? Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. Step into a world of enchantment and adventure with Kiyash Monsef's Once There Was, set for release on the 4th of April. Meet Marjan, a young girl whose father's captivating stories of griffins, unicorns and dragons ignite her imagination with wonder and curiosity. But after her father's sudden passing, she struggles to hold everything together, from her friendships to her dad's struggle in veterinary practice. However, everything changes when a mysterious visitor reveals her father's true identity. Not just an ordinary vet, but a caretaker of real-life magical creatures. Marjan soon finds herself entering a hidden world where mystical creatures are bought, sold and sometimes even trapped. As she ventures deeper into this world, she realises that she must take her father's place and care for these creatures herself. But as she unravels the secrets of her father's past, she uncovers a shocking truth that puts both the humans and the beasts in grave danger. With her bravery and determination, Marjan must protect these creatures and expose the truth behind their mistreatment. Thanks Simon & Schuster for the finished copy. Get ready to unleash your inner artist with Ed Vere's latest picture book, The Artist, out on April the 6th. Follow the adventures of a brave little artist who sets out to share her unique perspective with the world. Go along with her as she learns an important lesson, that it doesn't matter if you colour outside the lines, because art is all about expression, heart and imagination, and mistakes and imperfections are just part of the creative process. With stunning illustrations and a heartwarming message, this book is a true celebration of creativity, imagination and the beauty in all things. Do you see the world through a kaleidoscope of colours, feelings and ideas? Then you are an artist. Thanks Puffin for sending me a gorgeous finished copy. Go with Nuan on a heart-pounding adventure in The Boy Who Saved a Bear by Nizrana Farook, releasing on the 6th of April, as his life takes a dangerous turn when he mistakenly takes a valuable key hidden inside a library book. Soon he's on the run from a group of menacing thieves, seeking refuge in a cave. But to his surprise, he's not alone in the cave. A terrifying bear is his companion. But as they take off on a journey together, Nuan and the bear form an unexpected bond and set out to unravel the mystery behind the key. But will they be able to outsmart the bad guys and find their way back home? I can't wait to discover the answer in this thrilling new adventure from the author of The Girl Who Stole an Elephant. Thanks Nosy Crow for providing me with a finished copy. Don't miss this touching story of compassion, community and connection in award-winning author and children's laureate Joseph Coelho's latest Little Gems book, Budgie, with illustrations by David Barrow, out on April the 6th. Miles and his friends often climb the trees outside their tower block, much to the annoyance of their grumpy neighbour Mr Buxton. But when they find a little Budgie, Miles discovers a softer side to Mr Buxton. Through their shared concern for the little bird, the two unlikely neighbours find they have more in common than they first thought. And as you turn its pages, you'll be reminded that friendship can blossom in unexpected places and that kindness and understanding can bridge even the widest divides. Big thanks to Barrett & Stoke for the finished copy. Join the Twitchers on their latest birdwatching mystery in MG Leonard's third book in the series, Clutch, coming out on April the 6th. readers will once again be transported to the vividly described world of Abe's Wood, where the arrival of spring brings new life and activity as migratory birds return to build their nests. But when the Twitchers discover that someone or something is stealing eggs from the nests, they jump into action to solve the case. In their determination to protect their feathered friends, they set up a stakeout to catch the thief in the act. However, things take an unexpected turn when they find themselves caught in their own trap, and they must work together to clear their names and unmask the true culprit. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. Next is The Crown by Emily Kapff, out on 6th of April, where readers are taken on a journey into the future, where a girl wears a crown made of rubbish passed down from previous generations. In a world covered in waste, she discovers a book of pictures beneath it that showcases the beauty of our planet as it is today, filled with gorgeous skies, lands, seas and creatures. With her loyal horse by her side, she experiences the wonders of our earth and imagines a future where her crown is made from an abundance of life rather than rubbish. With breathtaking illustrations and poetic prose, this debut book will leave a lasting impact and inspire readers of all ages to take action to protect our planet. Thanks Walker Books for the stunning finished copy. Also out on the 6th of April is A Damsel Not in Distress by Bethan Stevens, which is a clever and funny inversion of a classic fairy tale that will have you laughing out loud. Imagine a damsel in distress, trapped at the top of a very tall tower, but here's the twist. She doesn't actually need saving. Throughout the story, she keeps insisting to the narrator that she's perfectly fine, despite what he thinks. Her rose garden is the prickly brambles, the family of ducklings in the moat are actually the terrifying beasts, and the wicked old witch is actually her loving grandma. But the narrator just won't listen. And just when things couldn't get any worse, a scary fire-breathing dragon comes to visit, and it's up to the damsel to take charge of her own story and save the day for everyone. Thanks Quarto for the finished copy. Prepare yourself to be transported into the mysterious world of the dark and dangerous gifts of Delores Mackenzie by Yvonne Banham, out on the 6th of April. When Delores is chased by a restless spirit, she's sent to live with her uncles in Edinburgh Old Town, where she learns how to control her unusual gifts. But life at the Tolbooth bookstore is anything but ordinary, full of curious surprises, some welcome, others less so. And with a sinister apparition threatening the lives of her strange new housemates, she must gather all her strength to save them. Thanks Firefly Press for the finished copy. Take a trip back in time to discover the life of Mary Anning in The Fossil Hunter, out on the 6th of April. Explore the cliffs and seashores of Lyme Regis as Mary searches for strange rocks and shells, uncovering the secrets of ancient fossils that paved the way for modern paleontology. Her passion helped us understand the history of the Earth like never before, and her legacy is still celebrated 200 years later. Written and illustrated by the talented Kate Winter, this fact-filled book is a treasure trove of fascinating information, perfect for all readers who love natural history. The gorgeous panoramic fold-out pages and stunning illustrations make it a true work of art to be cherished and read again and again. Huge thanks Puffin for the finished copy. Immerse yourself in the magic of nature with this stunning picture book, Grandpa and the Kingfisher, out on the 6th of April. Journey through the seasons with a young child and their dog as they watch kingfishers by the river with their wise and loving grandpa. As the seasons change from the bright hues of spring to the chilly blues of winter, the kingfishers raise a family, while grandpa teaches his grandchild about the wonders of the natural world and the circle of life. Written in honour of her father, whose favourite bird was the kingfisher, Anna Wilson's enchanting story captures the beautiful intergenerational bond between a grandparent and grandchild. With evocative illustrations by Sarah Massini, the riverbank comes alive in all its glory, from the sparkling water to the lush greenery that surrounds it. This life-affirming and lyrical tale is a positive reminder that even in the face of loss and change, there is always hope and the promise of new beginnings. Thanks Nosy Crow for the beautiful finished copy. Flick is back with a bang in the second book of the Great Fox series by Justyn Edwards, The Great Fox Heist, out on the 6th of April, and things are heating up in the world of magic. In this fast-paced adventure, Flick's on a mission to uncover the truth behind her father's disappearance. But with the elusive Great Fox seemingly uninterested in helping her, she'll have to rely on her own magic to solve the mystery. And the stakes have never been higher, as Flick and her friend Charlie head to the Swiss town of Linth to represent the Great Fox in a new competition held by the Global Order of Magic. But with the election of a new Chancellor on the line, Flick's suspicious of the fox's motives and unsure if his win will help her find her father. As Flick tries to pull off an impossible diamond heist to win the competition, she soon discovers that nothing is as it seems and danger lurks around every corner. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. From the author of Ella on the Outside, Cath Howe, comes My Life on Fire, a new story that will take you on another rollercoaster ride of emotions as it explores themes of family, loss and the lengths we'll go to when we're pushed to our limits. In this one, Wren and her family are faced with the aftermath of a devastating fire that destroyed their home and left them with nothing. Forced to move in with her grandmother, tensions run high as the family tries to adjust to their new living situation. But for Wren, the loss of her collection of things and clothes is unbearable, and her little brother's inconsolable grief over his lost bear only adds to the strain. And desperate to replace what they have lost, Wren turns to stealing other people's possessions. With an abundance of things around her, it seems like a harmless solution. But when she gets caught, Wren's forced to make a terrifying deal to avoid detection. Thanks Nosy Crow for the finished copy that's out on the 6th of April. Welcome to a world of STEM-filled fairy tales with Professor Goose, written by Paulette Bourgeois and illustrated by Alex G. Griffiths, where your favourite fairy tales will be debunked and turned upside down. In this one, out on the 6th of April, Goose takes on the classic story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears through fact-checking, pointing out the inaccuracies and exposing the flaws of this beloved fairy tale, whilst also sharing some of the scientific truths behind it. And did you know that bears don't live in cottages, but instead prefer dens? Or that the smallest bowl of porridge wouldn't be just right, but actually the coldest? And if that's not enough, at the back of the book, readers will find Professor Goose's instructions on how to engineer their own chair for a teddy bear. Thanks Rocketbird Books for the finished copy. Set off on a slimy adventure in Slugs Invade the Jam Factory by Chrissy Sains and Jenny Taylor, the third book in the Alien in the Jam Factory series, out on the 6th of April. The gang has turned McClay's factory into a tropical paradise for making delicious jam. But with the slugs munching on all the fruit and putting the factory's hygiene inspection at risk, Scooter must come up with a solution fast. The only problem is that he has no ideas, a first for the super creative inventor. With evil head slug Mucus Vein taking over the factory, can the gang work together to save it and help Scooter find his mojo and creativity again? Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. Join Little Rabbit and his friends as they try to convince Bear to come out of hibernation and enjoy the beautiful spring weather in Too Much by Anne Booth and Maria Christina, out on the 6th of April. But Bear is overwhelmed by the too much of everything outside, making Rabbit and his friends wonder if they will ever be able to convince him to join them. With a heartwarming message about the value of friendship and taking your time, this charming story is the perfect way to gently introduce children to the idea of change and new experiences. Explore a breathtaking world of wordless wonder with Caldecott Honour winning author Aaron Becker's latest masterpiece, The Tree and the River, out on the 6th of April. Using stunning time-lapse illustrations, he traces the evolution of human civilization and its impact on the natural world through the eyes of a lone tree and a steadfast river. From the harnessing of water, wind and animals to the invention of technology and transportation, readers are taken on a journey through an imaginary world that seamlessly blends cultures and architectural styles. Perfect for fans of his previous works, Journey, Quest and Return, this book offers a fresh perspective on the wonders of the world around us. Big thanks to Walker Books for the finished copy. In Wendington Jones and the Missing Tree by Daniel Dockery, we follow the story of a young girl whose life is rocked after the sudden death of her adventurous mother in the late 1920s. Left in the care of her grandmama and her valet, Rowan, Wendington is struggling to come to terms with her loss when she receives a mysterious package in the middle of the night. Inside, she finds half of a manuscript from a book her mother was writing, which describes a mystery surrounding the mythical Tree of Life. Intrigued by the possibility that this tree could bring her mother back to life, Wendington sets out to find the other half of the manuscript and solve the mystery. However, she must overcome obstacles and outsmart those who seek the tree's power for themselves. Thanks UClan for this finished copy, which will be available from the 6th of April. In their previous book, Jamia Wilson and Andrea Pippins introduced readers to a host of inspiring and trailblazing black figures. Now in their follow-up, Young, Gifted and Black Too, they introduce readers to 52 more icons from around the world. From recent changemakers like Amanda Gorman and Naomi Osaka, to historic talents such as Juan Latino and Ya Asantewa, each figure's story is brought to life. The biographies are organised chronologically, covering the range of figures from all over the world, and are perfect for those who are looking to learn more about and celebrate Black excellence. With a new icon to learn about every week of the year, readers will be inspired by the strong, courageous, talented and diverse individuals who have all made a lasting impact on the world, and in turn inspired a new generation to chase their dreams no matter what they may be. Looking for a magical adventure? Well, look no further than Ivy Newt and the Storm Witch by Derek Keelty and Madga Brawl, out on the 7th of April. Join Ivy, an unstoppable young witch, and her best friend Tom as they set off on a journey across the mystical land of Miracula to save her parents, the Sandwich King and Queen, who disappeared during her birthday magic act. Follow Ivy and Tom as they make new friends, face dangerous foes and learn the true power of teamwork whilst riding on their trusty broomsticks and flying carpets. But can they defeat Cordelia Thorne, the Wicked Queen of Grotland, and save Ivy's parents? Thanks Scallywag Press for the finished copy. Out on the 13th of April is The Bear Behind by Sam Copeland and Pippa Koenig, which is a heartwarming and hilarious picture book that's perfect for readers who love to laugh and those who may also feel a little nervous about starting school. In this one, we meet Ivor, a little boy who just wants to blend in and avoid attention at all costs. But on his first day of school, he discovers that he has a great, big, bumbling bear behind, causing chaos and calamity everywhere they go. As the bear wreaks havoc on the classroom, Ivor's hopes for a normal day quickly disappear, leaving him desperately trying to keep his embarrassing secret hidden. But as the story unfolds, readers will delight in the bear's antics and the chaos that ensues, showing them that sometimes the best way to have fun is to let go of your worries and embrace the unexpected. Thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Follow the journey of two tiny sycamore seeds as they try to save the world and find a safe place to grow in Brian Selznick's latest immersive novel, Big Tree, out on the 13th of April. As they venture further away from Mama Tree, they must use their wits and imaginations to navigate this new world. Drawing inspiration from timeless classics like Charlotte's Web, The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland, Selznick has crafted a vivid and fantastical world rooted in science, complete with unforgettable and original characters. And if you love the book, you'll be excited to know that Steven Spielberg's production company has already secured the film rights. Thanks Scholastic for the finished hardback copy. Dive deep into the mysteries of the ocean with Matt Robertson's latest addition to his award-winning Do You Love series, where you'll explore the wonders of our oceans in all their magnificent glory. From the colourful coral reefs to discovering the incredible creatures that inhabit it and learning about the people who are fighting to protect it. From shipwrecks and scorpionfish to manatees and frozen seas, there's so much to explore and discover in this colourful and fact-filled book. So grab your snorkel and let's take a plunge into the wonders of our underwater world. Thanks Bloomsbury for the finished copy that's out on the 13th of April. Imagine being stranded on a deserted island with no one but a baby gibbon for company. That's exactly the adventure that 12-year-old Lark Taylor finds herself on in Lost on Gibbon Island by Jess Butterworth, a thrilling new diary-style survival story set in Cambodia that's out on the 13th of April. Shipwrecked and stranded alone after being there on a research trip together with her mother, Lark must face brutal storms, scorching sun and dangerous creatures in order to survive. With dwindling food and water supplies, she faces a daunting task, finding a way off the island and back home before it's too late. Big thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Another one for the 13th of April is Ollie Brown, God of Hamsters by Bethany Walker and Jack Noel, in which Ollie has always wanted a pet hamster, but his dad won't allow any pets in the house. And that all changes when a hamster suddenly appears in his house. And not just any hamster. Tibbles is incredibly smart. Like really smart. But Tibbles isn't the only one, and there's a whole civilization of intelligent hamsters who seem to be worshipping Ollie as their god. Follow his hilarious adventures as he navigates through this newfound hamster society, all whilst trying to keep them a secret from his dad, in this book that will appeal to any reader who has ever wanted a hamster, but proves that you should be careful what you wish for. Thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. In the Rage of the Sea Witch by Roland Chambers, Billy is just an ordinary kid with extraordinary parents who keep globetrotting, leaving him behind to spend another dull summer in Charles Darwin's strange museum-like house. But things take a wild turn when Billy discovers a giant talking tortoise named Charles Darwin himself. With Charles D's help, Billy unlocks his magical powers and sets off on a thrilling adventure through time. When he comes across a beautifully carved Inuit ivory necklace, he's transported back in time to an Arctic blizzard where he meets Anna, her shape-shifting grandmother, and the mysterious explorer Pythias. Together they embark on an incredible journey through time and space where Billy learns to harness his powers and discovers the pivotal moments of discovery through the ages. Thanks Zephyr for the finished copy, which comes out on the 13th of April. Follow a group of majestic and powerful tigers, each with their own unique traits and personalities, in The Tiger's Tale, a conservation story out on the 13th of April, as they navigate the challenges of reintroduction into their natural habitat. Join the tiger experts who track and monitor their movements as they explore, hunt, play, swim, mate and make the forest their home. But beware, danger lurks in the shadows of the Emerald Forest, and not all is as it seems. With dramatic storytelling that weaves together both fiction and non-fiction elements, eco-expert Catherine Barr and illustrator Tara Annan bring to life the importance of tiger conservation and the efforts being made to save these incredible creatures from extinction. Big thanks Bloomsbury for the finished copy. Enter The Time Machine Next Door, a thrilling new chapter book series by Izzy Lawrence and Rebecca Bagley. In the first book, Explorers of Milkshakes, out on the 13th of April, meet Sunil, who finds himself in a sticky situation after accidentally breaking his grandpa's most prized possession. But fear not, because his next door neighbour Alex has a solution straight out of a sci-fi movie, a time machine. Join them on a wild journey through time and space as they travel from the freezing depths of Antarctica to the heart of London, as they encounter real-life historical figures and experience their events firsthand. But beware of the mysterious man with a peculiar pet kiwi, as he may just thwart their plans. Thanks Bloomsbury for the finished copy. Lonely Vincent is dreaded an outdoor activity weekend with his classmates in The Treasure Hunters by Lisa Thompson and Gemma Correll, that's out on the 13th of April. But when he discovers that one of them is convinced there's pirate treasure buried nearby, the trip suddenly becomes a thrilling adventure. But they aren't the only ones after the treasure, because an unscrupulous thief is hot on their trail, and they'll stop at nothing to get their hands on it for themselves. Can Vincent and his unlikely team of treasure hunters work together to stop them and uncover the legendary loot? Thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. Next is Ava Loves Rescuing Animals by Jess French and Duncan Beattie, the newest addition to the Nature Heroes series, where each book features a different child talking about their favourite topic. Join Ava as she spends a day at her grandparents' rescue centre. From cuddling kittens to following animal footprints in the park, Ava's love and passion for animals shine through on every page. But this book isn't just about cute and cuddly creatures, it's packed with fascinating facts about different animals and their habitats. Readers will learn about animal record breakers, how frog spawn grows into a frog, and even what you can learn from an animal's poo. Big thanks Quarto for the finished copy, that's out on the 20th of April. A Child Like You by Nahima B. Robert and Nadine Carden, out on the 20th of April, is more than just a book. It's a call to action for the next generation, with its powerful message to readers that they have the power to create positive change in the world. Celebrating diversity and encouraging them to stand up for their beliefs, what sets this book apart is its focus on real-life activists and campaigners like Greta Thunberg, Yusra Mardini, Mali Diaz and Iqbal Masih, and by highlighting their stories and the incredible impact they've had on the world, it inspires others to follow in their footsteps and believe that they too can make a difference. Thanks Otto Barry for the finished copy. An epic adventure awaits in The First Shadow Dragon by Lee Newbury and Laura Catalan, out on the 27th of April, the highly anticipated sequel to their exciting debut, The Last Firefox. After his heroic battle against the evil Goldilocks, Charlie is looking forward to a well-deserved rest, but when a familiar face from far gone appears, his family is once again pulled into the thrilling world of magic and adventure. With the help of his trusty friends Lippy and Rue and a new companion, the magical Blodin, Charlie sets out on a perilous journey to face the dreaded Draig. The shadowy monster is draining life from the land, and it's up to Charlie and his friends to stop it. Will they be able to save Fargon and uncover the lost secrets of the Shadow Dragon? Global by Owen Colfer, Andrew Donkin and Giovanni Regano, out on the 27th of April, is a gripping graphic novel that tells the story of two young people from different corners of the world whose lives are drastically altered by the devastating effects of climate change. Follow the story of Yuki, a fearless Inuit girl on a mission to protect a rare bear from being hunted as she faces the harsh reality of a melting glacier and a starving predator. Meanwhile, witness the struggles of Sammy, a determined boy from a fishing village in the Bay of Bengal, as he fights to keep his head above water, both literally and figuratively, battling against rising ocean levels and a catastrophic cyclone that threatens to wipe out everything he holds dear. Thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Hold on to your saddles and get ready to gallop into another adventure at the end of the month, because Skandar and the Phantom Rider by A.F. Steadman is the sequel we've all been waiting for. Join Skandar and his friends for their second year at the Eyrie, where they are faced with a new and terrifying threat. Immortal unicorns are being slaughtered by unknown forces, and the island is seeking revenge. As if that wasn't enough, a prophecy warns of impending doom and elemental destruction ravages the land. Skandar's sister, Kenna, also wants in on the action, and he's determined to help her have an adventure of her own, even if it means facing unimaginable danger. With time running out, will they be able to unravel the mystery and stop the island from tearing itself apart? I can't wait to get my hands on this one on April the 27th. So these are the books I'm most excited about reading this month. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel below. As always, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next video.